that brings us to our final speaker of the day. Our last speaker is Saad with a talk called The Hour That Changes Everything. Saad closes our event with a talk on time and how a single hour can change the course of everything. So please welcome Saad to the stage.
Before I say anything, I want you to do one thing. Think about the last time you said, I don't have enough time. Now think, what were you doing at 10 o'clock last night? These two things are connected, and that gap is exactly what this talk is about. Most people think that we're running out of time, but we're actually losing it. Quietly, in small amounts, they feel so harmless, and then we look up and say, the year is almost over. When we're studying, we mistake movement for progress. We watch one more video, sending to our brain one more message, and then we tell ourselves, I worked so hard, I stayed up until midnight. According to Global Digital Reports 2024, an average person stays on social media for around 2 hours and 23 minutes every single day. That's around 800 hours a year. And most people now are addicted to their phones. Imagine the time they wasted. So let me tell you about a story that might reflect to most of your lives. It's 11:45 p.m. on a Saturday night. The room is dark except the glow of the student's phone. She's been studying since 8, almost 4 hours. She's sitting on her desk with her chemistry notes exactly where she left them on Friday. Closed. Her exam is in 9 hours. The feeling she cannot leave is not excitement, not even enjoyment. It's comfort. The passive, effortless comfort of a screen that asks nothing of her. No difficulty, no risk of finding out she doesn't understand something. She closes at 1 in the morning. She reads the same paragraph over 4 times without understanding a single sentence. Because simply, a brain that's been consuming for 5 hours is not a brain ready to learn. Well, before you judge this student, I want you to understand something. She was not being lazy. The brain was doing exactly what it was designed to do. Neuroscientists have shown that the brain's reward system releases something called dopamine. Dopamine is a response to novelty and social feedback. So every new post, every like, every comment releases a hit of it, dopamine. But here, dopamine doesn't choose distraction over work. It chooses what will feel rewarding right now instead of getting rewarded later. Dr. Pierce Steele analyzed over 800, found that high-achieving students aren't intelligent, they're just consistent. Which brings me to the idea I want to give you today. It's almost embarrassingly simple. 1 hour a day will do more for your future than 5 scattered ones. Not 10 hours on a Saturday night, not all-nighter before the exam, just 1 hour, protected and intentional. Let's compare the student that we just talked about to another student. Same phone, same subject, same exam, same everything. Just one different habit. Every day at 5 o'clock, this student puts his phone in the drawer and studies for 1 hour. Not 2, not 4, just 1. Some days it feels hard, and other days it feels like nothing went in. But the rule is not study when you feel like it, the rule is study. By the end of the year, this student has completed 365 hours of focused intentional studying, despite the first student staying up more nights, but has done far less, because her time was divided and distracted and was running on a brain running empty. At the end of the year, the results were completely different. Not because this student is smarter, because he's deliberate. So I want you to imagine with me of time like water in a bucket. Receive 24 liters every single day. No more, no less, regardless of who you are. Some people pour it carefully, watering the things they want to grow. Others let it spill through small unnoticed amounts. And by 10 o'clock, they cannot account for where it went. But here, the bucket doesn't care about your intentions, it only reflects your actions. So let's see what science says about this. A psychologist from the University of London found that it takes an average of 66 days to make habit automatic, not 21 as the popular myth claims. At first, it feels hard, but it doesn't mean it isn't working. It's simply the feeling of what building something new feels like. So remember the two stories about the two students, the comparison that we just talked about? These two stories reflect my life. At the beginning, when I was studying, I didn't focus at all. I used to waste my time a lot. Then I told myself I need to study, I need to focus while I was studying, I need to get good grades. So I started searching, and then I found that if I study for 1 hour a day, it will do a lot for my future. At first, I told myself these are just words, don't listen. After 5 minutes exactly, I told myself again, why don't you try? You're not gonna lose anything. So when I actually listened, my life took a 180. I didn't I achieved my goals, and I also had time to achieve other goals, hobbies. For example, me and my fellow students, they we went to the by STEM competition and we took first place. And me and my handball team now are heading for the league. Also, I got A pluses on my schedule on my report, which makes my parents happy, of course. So here's what I'm asking: not resolution, not a lifestyle overhaul, just this: 1 hour protected and intentional every single day. Do you remember the question that I asked you at the very beginning? What were you doing at 10 o'clock last night? Time is the only currency every single person receives in equal measure. The richest person on earth receives 24 hours. So do you. So what has never been equal is what you choose to do with it. Because the question was never whether do you have time. The question was what are you building with yours. So tomorrow I want the answer to be different. Not dramatic, just different. And I want you to think about something important. 5 years feel like yesterday. 5 years ago feel like yesterday. And 5 years in the future will feel like yesterday. So time moves whether you use it or not. So the question is, will you be happy of how you used it, or will you regret the time you wasted? Thank you.